I kind of forgot Hollywood was even a thing. Good to see they're all still insufferable sheep to be heard who don't think for themselves, don't have any critical thinking skills, and are not curious about the world. He's wearing a Renee Good pin, who's a leftist lunatic.
For Renee Nicole Good, we have a vice president who's lying about what's happening. We have we're in the middle of with Venezuela that we illegally invaded. He's telling the world that international law doesn't matter to him. The only thing that matters to him is his own morality. But the guy is a convicted felon.
I kind of forgot Hollywood was even a thing. Good to see they're all still insufferable sheep to be heard who don't think for themselves, don't have any critical thinking skills, and are not curious about the world. He's wearing a Renee Good pin, who's a leftist lunatic who attempted to kill a federal officer, and that's who they're standing behind. Why are they so obsessed with criminals? They always love criminals. He said that we're in the middle of Venezuela. What war? We executed a military operation that was so impressive and should have given you so much pride in our country and our military. We were in there for less than 3 hours. And we captured a man who caused millions to suffer. Like, go speak to any Venezuelan and ask how they feel about this. Go watch the videos they're posting. They're all so grateful to Trump. And then the leftists are going to no kings, but then they're going to stand up to a dictator. Like, you cannot make up better hypocrisy. They are so inconsistent. They have no idea why they believe what they believe. They just do what the media tells them to do what their leaders tell them to do. It's bizarre. And then he says that Trump is telling the world that international law doesn't matter to him. We are international law. The U.S. enforces it. We allow for international law to happen. We are the superpower. And if you still believe in the liberals' propaganda that Trump is a felon, you have a room temp IQ and zero curiosity about the world. Like, you are in an echo chamber.
Yes, I believe you've seen a lot of people do not take it lightly with these crazy Hollywood people. In a rare moment of clarity on the view and the room went completely silent when it happened. You know, these people had one script to talk against eyes. Something happened on the view. But before we go there, Bill Mahr had a segment, he talked against Hollywood in general. If you remember what happened at the Golden Award, at some point, he got irritated. If you've been following this channel, you realize I reacted to this video.
There is a quota system. Now, I understand why they would have this. Everything that is unjust, and certainly lots of stuff that went on with representation of minorities was unjust in this town for the longest of times.
Yeah.
I mean, there was a time when Oscar So White had meaning. Not anymore. And they refused to give that up because they love being the people who are the social justice warriors. Okay. But, I understand where this is coming from. But, ultimately, you do not want to tell artists how to make art. This is what they did in the Soviet Union. This is what they did in communist countries. The last place you want people making a lot of rules about how you can make your art, who you can hire to do your art. That is not what art is about. Yeah. And no artist, no matter how liberal, is going to like that.
Yeah.
Auteurs want to auteur.
Yeah.
You guys probably won't even understand that reference. Oh, and you're factually incorrect. The best part is he doesn't stop there. He continues.
This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today. I know I'm one of them.
What could you possibly be scared of? You're at the Golden Globes as a multi-millionaire, exercising your constitutional right to critique your president that was freely and fairly elected by we, the people. He lacks the awareness to understand that there are other countries where if you critique their leader, their dictator, countries like Venezuela, you're put in jail. This entitlement and this hatred of America is just so bizarre to me. How are people just so dumb?
These people usually make mistakes. You are talking about freedom of speech. People are not allowed to speak. At the same time, you are criticizing the president. Do this in another country and see the end result of it. On The View, Whoopi claimed ICE is filled with vile criminals. Immediately, she backtracked. When you take a look at this, after calling all ICE agents vowed criminals before the commercial break, Whoopi comes back and claims that that's not what she did and whines about people calling her out. Welcome back. Before we go on, I prefer folks gather around and say, oh, she's accusing all, she realized what she said did not make sense. Take a look at all the videos.
Nobody wants this. This is not what you said they were going to be. This is the thing. You said you were going after the bad guys.
Yes.
That's what you said, the violent criminals.
That's
and
right.
what does it turn out? The violent criminals seem to be in the agency. Before we go on, before folks gather around and say, oh, she's accusing all of the folks at ICE of being criminals. That is not what I'm doing. And just so I'm clear, it feels sometimes that there is no one watching the hen house. Okay? So before you all start blowing it into all kinds of other stuff, just know that it's nuanced speaking.
Well, I think you meant the lack of accountability, because you've had by ICE agents against various people. We haven't heard much reporting on it, and no one's been held accountable, and we don't know the status of the investigation. So that does feel like there's a lack of accountability and transparency.
You are very kind, and I appreciate it.
I just think it's important that we don't normalize what's going on in this country right now. I love America. I love us. I love our communities, free speech, the Trevor Project. And
my babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be off them damn phones and watching me right now.
Bill Mahr, you give us so much, but I would love a little less. Just
the pin. Be good. Tell me about
be good. Yes. Of course.
I believe you've seen Whoopi struggling to backtrack after calling ICE agents criminals. Sometimes you can't really do this. A lot of people understand how these people operate. Sonny Hostin, on the other hand, said ICE should be abolished. It should not exist. They should not protect Americans from... I believe you've seen them. This was actually their thing, during this hour. Everybody came with anti-ICE, pain, everybody was talking against ICE. They don't see the importance of what ICE is doing to the country. They don't see that. It is very shameful, when I see celebrities doing this. Let's consider that this was not Trump. You will see them appreciating ICE. What happened recently? I can confidently say if this lady stay at home, nothing like this will happen to her. She could have been alive. But because some of these people feel like, they're up there, they can find law enforcement, things like this about to happen. Before, we used to see this Black Lives Matter. They initiated this. A lot of people thought, instigating this, starting this, you will see them coming in to join the group. But nobody is doing that in 2025. If you are still there dreaming that you will go on the street and demonstrate, you need to rethink. Someone said, I gaslight. I don't gaslight. I just report the news, what I see on social media. If you never saw some Hollywood videos, let me replay that short clips. I think I'm going to end here. I don't want to make the video long. God bless you abundantly.
BS Globe for best editing goes to the Justice Department.
As of the short clips behind, that is for the white algorithm. You can always skip.
About them. Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock about that.
Maduro.
Let your hatred and
sit this one out.
Well, these guys are paid, dude. And we
100.
There you go.
$1,500.
Let's see if they get the. Well, I want to see them get it.
MAGA's going to break up because of Donald Trump's criticism of Robin.
Can sit at either place. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it.
You and your husband were friends with Robin Michelle Reiner, and
everybody knew that wasn't true.
A dangerous relative as a likely suspect. A tip that led to her brother Nick.
Rob Reiner and Nick had a heated argument the night before at Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, being back on his own. In one interview, she said,
We should have said nothing. The United States to take this family tragedy in which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy.
Watching Hollywood just destroy the small, tiny bit of relevance that they still have left is just a...
To where it formerly was. It's important